This video will contain strong language and content not suitable for children. Viewer discretion is advised. Hey there guys and girls, here's a Rant Remake for today. People offline have been wanting me to rant for a while. So before anyone gives this video a dislike, this was requested. Last time I made a rant was back on May the 26th, 2023. Yes, I checked that. I'll give a flashback how I sounded like back in 2018. Trust me, I sounded so low quality.
And that's what one of the biggest problems was, and I was one of those people he actually banned. It's like, oh come on man. Also, he swears his head off and shouts during his Let's Plays.
Wow, that was 7 years back. A lot has happened since then. That exact rant version was on July the 31st, 2018. Yes, I checked that real quick as well. Obviously, I upgraded my equipment and I've gotten better at my commentary in the space of 7 years. So I decided to remake this. In fact, back in 2018 I was using a NASM microphone before the Blue Yeti one I use nowadays. Besides, there's new information on this stupid idiot that I call Denning, which isn't his real name. I'm calling him Denning because, like I said in my other rant videos, I'm not getting a guideline strike by saying other people's real names. So, yeah. If you want a brief summary, I'll detail it here, right? Number one, he banned me over his favourite character, who basically is his waifu. I know, what the F?
What the hell is this?
I know, what the hell is this? Number two, he hates someone called Princess Peach so much and he goes on swearing at her loads, yet his waifu needs to be rescued anyway, aka hypocrisy. Number three, he hates female characters who wear skirts, but yet his waifu wears a skirt anyway, just a different colour, aka more hypocrisy. Number four, he swears at real birds. Yes, because real birds are somehow inferior to his polygon waifu on the screen. Yeah, got your priorities right, don't ya? Number five, there's cretins that act identical to him. There's like 5 Dennings, not one. Yes, there's more than one Denning. Who act all identical. Number 6. He goes around lying his head off saying, oh, I'd never hate a fictional character this much. It's like when he does a lot anyway. He actually does. I'll detail it more into that later on. Number 7. He ruins other people's Let's Plays a lot. Number 8. He goes around saying, this character's not allowed to be worshipped. And then he goes around calling his second favourite character God anyway. It's like, what? Even more hypocrisy right there. Number 9, he goes around saying, ooh, this character's so obsessed about his sister, blah blah blah. It's like, yeah, he does the same thing anyway. More into that later on. Oh, and it's where there's a new rule on YouTube where if you name drop popular YouTubers on purpose, especially people who've got like more than 2 million subscribers, it's where there's a YouTube algorithm that will flag it and it gets sent over to the official YouTube team all the way in America and they can actually take it down. But because it's a rant video, and I'm not even saying their real names anyway, so I don't think this video will get flagged. And even if I said their real name, even if I didn't know what it is, it's where I don't think they have very many subscribers anyway. They definitely, Denning does not have millions of subscribers. He's got nowhere near that many anyway. So, so yeah. Just be careful when making any types of rant videos, especially if it's against someone popular and you say the real names, because you can actually get done for it quite easily. So yeah. So just be mindful when making certain types of videos, because it does get reviewed by real human beings before it gets taken down, because I don't think the algorithm's intelligent enough to just pick on a channel and just delete it without a real human being actually checking it, if that makes sense. So yeah, there's that as well. Okay, so chapter number 1. Denning banned me over his waifu. I know. WTF. Okay, so back in 2011, which was 14 years back, is where I did like a YouTube search term, and I thought, oh, who's this person? And this was Denning, which is not his real name, right? And I wish I didn't actually click on his channel at all, because unfortunately he did get a few views from me, right? And it's where the very first video I saw of him was literally him raging over another character, and it was so dumb, right? And basically, it's where he was being so mean to this one female character, right? He was just going to think, hey, I hate this character because she wears a skirt, but yet his waifu just wears a skirt as well, just a different colour. And it's where he even ally murdered this other character off on purpose. So it's like, oh, come on, you didn't have to go that far. And it's where, after, like, years later down the line, like, way after 2011, there's this friendly person, now I can't say this person's name, and he's called Darth. And I told him about this idiot called Denning, and Darth thought, why is he banning you over fictional character, and why is he acting like an SJW, which is short for Social Justice Warriors. Oh my word, I hate SJWs. They're basically big. SJWs just make big deals out of something that's pretend, and they start yelling at people over it. It's really dumb. It's just like, don't need, you know. So basically, Denning and his clones act a bit like SJWs. It's really dumb. Basically, I commented to him a few times, and I ran around saying, oh, come on, your waifu is not even special, she's not even real, and you're just going around nerd raging so much. And it's where he just kept acting like a man-child, right? And when I looked across his channel, right, he was literally dedicating like more than 20 videos towards this one side character. It was just so dumb, and it's just like, you know. After like a couple of months down the line, I was trying to respond to one of his comments, right? And it's where it literally said, oh, sorry, you've been banned by this user. It's like, oh, come on, did he have to go that far over a side character? Like, he had to ban me, a real human being. Now, you're probably wondering, what's with the sword in your hand? It's a rebellion sword. It's supposed to match the Dante outfit, but, you know, it's like, I wish I could just, you know, smack him in the face with this sword, but obviously, if that happened in reality, my bum would be in jail if I did something like that. And I'm not going to go that far over a character, am I? So it's like, you know, it's just like, you know. Chapter 2. Hi! Denning hates Princess Peach. Now, what's quite surprising is that I didn't even mention anything about Denning and Princess Peach back in the old version of the Denning ranks that I made ages ago, right? So this part's actually quite new, right? And it's where basically, since I got banned, I just thought, okay, let's watch his Mario 1 playthrough and see how that goes. I didn't watch the whole thing, right? And it's where basically he was just going around acting like a proper man-child. He went around calling Princess Peach a bitch and everything. It's just like, it was just so stupid. It was like, his dumb reasoning behind why he hates Princess Peach is because she needs to be rescued from Bowser, even though his waifu needs to be rescued from generic enemies. It's like, that's so hypocritical right there. It's like, you know, you can't just hate one character for one thing but love another character for going through the same thing. It's just stupid. It's just like, shut up. Oh, and also it's where I talked about this stupid Denning person to one of my friends offline, and I said, okay, do you know who Princess Peach is? And they were like saying, yes, I do know who Princess Peach is. I love Princess Peach. It's like, well, most people do. And it's where that's what they said. And I said, okay, do you know who that side waifu is? And they were like saying, who's that? It's like, Exactly. Princess Peach is far more well known than a side character in a couple of games anyway. So, yeah. Oh, and by the way, in my opinion, it's where I think Princess Peach is way better, way better character than the side waifu is anyway. So, Chapter 3. Denning hates female characters with skirts on. Yeah, I'm gonna keep this one pretty short because I've already said this already. But there's not really much in-depth thing to say. But basically, he's a proper man-child about this one. And even one of my other friends, when I told them about this, they were saying, wow, he acts like such a saddo. That's what they said. So I was like, yeah, he is. Going around, he's going crazy over pixels on the screen. Chapter 4. Denning hates real birds. I did mention this back in one of my shorts videos saying how much I hate Denning, and I already red carded him, right? And basically, he was like making this video, and there was like birds chirping in the background, and basically he said this.
Hasta la vista.
That's what he gets for swearing at real birds repetitively. And before you say, oh, why are you going that far over some shadow like him? It's like, well, this video was requested. I'm only defending real birds compared to, you know, fictional characters. Because who's more important, real birds or fictional characters in the game? Exactly. And Denning also hates me, a real human being. Even though I go around giving money to charity and physically help real people. Now, I have actually done this in reality, and I've actually given money towards orphans in need, and I remember that's because I wrote this down in a spreadsheet document, so that's why. And I also gave Sightsavers some money as well, and they even sent me an email saying, thanks to you and this boy, Yuma now has a sleeping bag. So I thought, oh, that's actually pretty nice, because at least I'm actually saving someone's life by doing that. So yeah, heck, I even wrote down in that same spreadsheet document that I gave money towards earthquake appeals and flood appeals as well. So there's that as well, because, you know, I like giving money to charity. I just like to save people's lives, you know? Even if it's just like a couple of quid or £5 or something, that's pretty helpful. And it's a very noble thing, I think, right? And what's Denning done? Swears at real people, real birds, and he goes around banning people like me for his waifu, who's not even real anyway, and can't even help him at all. Like, can his waifu cook for him? No. Can his waifu clean up the house for him? No. Fictional characters in general cannot do any of that. So I don't understand what's going on. And like I said earlier on, it's where there's more than one Denning clone. Yes, I've not even talked about the second or the third or the fourth Denning clones yet. It's absolutely crazy. I swear they've like broke out of a mental hospital or something. I don't think I even mentioned this in the old Rant version of him back in 2017, 2018 odd, right? And it's where... oh my word, he actually slagged off his waifu for a second favourite character. That's a man, by the way, a pretend man, right? In the same game, right? And he goes around telling other people in his own comment sections, no, this character's not allowed to be worshipped, and that kind of thing, right? And he goes around calling his second favourite character God anyway. And it was like, that's so hypocritical, you know, that, like, he can't be going around saying don't do this and he does it himself. It's just like, you know, it doesn't, I just don't understand why he does this. I did say this a bunch of times before, and it's where I've said this on my channel before, but I am a strong believer of God. I've said that before, so that's why I never ever worship fictional characters. They don't deserve my help at all. God is at the top. Meanwhile, you got Denning not even suffering from earthquakes or war or anything like that, and he goes around hiding behind a computer screen and just acts like a proper man-child so many times, and I think he's already monetized his channel. And it's like, you've got all kinds of disasters happening around the world, yet he's crying over a wife. Or real birds chirping away. And one of the worst things about Denning is that some people, yes that's right, some people actually agree with his hypocritical ways of thinking. So if you want him to love you, you have to agree with everything he thinks, including prioritizing a fictional character who's only in like 2 games over real people and real birds. How dumb is that? Chapter number 5. The second Denning clone. This just keeps going, you know that? No, I didn't really talk about second Denning on the old version of the Denning rant video that I made in 2017, 2018 odd. And it's where there's a second Denning clone. Right. And he goes around threatening other Let's Players, and what he does is that he watches them play the same game that has the dumb waifu in it, right? And he goes around saying this. I'm sorry, but you don't threaten someone over a fictional character. There's like 30, 40 odd characters in the same game, yet he's crying over that one side character. I mean, there's a lot of side characters in video games anyway, but you can't really threaten someone and unsubscribe and stop watching their videos over something like that. One of my favourite male characters in Final Fantasy is Kain from Final Fantasy IV, right? There's Phoenix Downs in the game, and I wouldn't go around saying, oh, you're not allowed to let Kain die once, otherwise I'll unsubscribe off you. I wouldn't go that far. I'd just say, why don't you just use the Phoenix Down on him? That's it. Meanwhile, the second Denning clone is such a man-child. Oh my word. I don't know who's worse, the first Denning clone or the second one. The second one's not as bad by 1%, but only because he didn't swear his head off at real birds. So he does have that. So, yeah. Oh, and another thing about second Denning is that he was pestering this Let's Player, which I talked about before, but I didn't say his real name. But I nicknamed him Maximum, right? Because of the Maximum Idiot. And there's a lot of things I do not like about Maximum anyway, which is like a whole separate matter. And it's where one of the worst things about Maximum is that he was pandering to this college student. Yes, that's right, like a college student somehow more important than everyone else is. It's like, come on, like Maximum has like 6-digit subscribers and is pandering to someone who's got about, I don't know, about 7,000 subscribers, I can't remember. It's like, come on, stand up for yourself, Maximum. It's like, oh sorry, I'll reset for your waifu. It's like, oh come on, stand up for yourself. Okay, so there's Denning number 3. Denning number 3 is such an idiot. He calls the same waifu a goddess. How stupid is that? Like, it's just like I'm being in a video game. This is a stupid comment. I'm gonna censor some of it because I won't have full permission to use that comment in my video. It's like, come on. If I kicked him down an escalator, would his waifu come in and save him? No, because it's not real. And because he'd be coming up an escalator, I'd boot him over and over and over again. So come on then, get your favourite character who you call a goddess to help you. How stupid is that? Chapter number 6. Denning number 1 lies saying he doesn't hate anyone. So I checked out a whole nother Let's Player, right, which I did mention in one of my shorts videos, who got a yellow card off me, right, and it's where, and this other Let's Play is called Peter, which I call him by, but that's not his real name, right, and it's where Denning number 1 made this really dumb comment saying, oh, I can't believe you hate this horror character so much, I'd never hate anyone this much. And I'm like thinking, Yeah, cause the other female character with a skirt on that you hate to bits, telling her to fuck off, and telling her to choke on her blood isn't hating at all. An ally murderer on purpose. Yeah, that totally proves your point, you liar. Oh, by the way, I did mention this in one of my other shorts videos about pizza, but the reason why I gave him a yellow card is because he was saying something very dirty-minded about a kid's game character. It was just like, oh, come on. Furthermore, I'm actually starting to run out of Let's Players to tune into. Even though I've not even gone to Denny No. 1's channel for over 5 years, it's like, I'm like on my phone, my PC, and I'm like going, okay, I want to check out this new person's channel. Denning's there running it. Okay, I want to check this person's channel. Denning's here too. It's like, how many times does he have to appear on other people's channels? I don't like him and his hypocritical ways of thinking. Chapter number 8. Denning number 1 calls his second favourite character God. I've already explained this already, but a little bit more about this. He is a very big sinner. You shouldn't be calling anyone besides God a god. These Denning clones are getting very big sins by calling their own favourite character a god. Did you know that in a lot of religions, if you say stuff like that, you get yourself a big step closer to hell? Did you know that there's like 4,800 religions on this planet right now? And which of those 4,800 religions does it say that you're allowed to worship a fictional character? None. Oh, and by the way, it does say in holy books like the Bible that it's not worth seeing hellfire for even a few seconds. So why are these stupid Denning clones going around praising their waifu so much and calling their own favourite characters deities, etc.? It's like, what are they going to get in return for doing that? Yeah. Chapter number 9. Denning number 1 hates characters who are obsessed with someone else. Yeah, a long time ago, there was this dumb video he made, and he went around saying, oh, all this doucheboy talks about is his sister, and just goes around saying how great they are so much. It's like, well, you go around dedicating 20 videos saying how great your waifu is. Grow some brain cells, why don't you? What Denning could at least do, and his clones could at least do, is look in the mirror and think, did they really make a positive impact on this planet by saying that? No. Whenever I look at myself in the mirror, I'm like thinking, did I do the right thing by giving money to charity and helping people in need? Yes! Keep doing it! Obviously I have a limit to being able to give money to charity, but you know. Oh, and Denning number 1 goes around saying this. Shut up, you do the same thing anyway. That makes you a headless chicken too, with that same logic. Also, your dumb waifu is abusive towards her own brother anyway. So, she's not even nice anyway, even as a character. So if she was a real person abusing her own brother, people would just hate her anyway. Okay, next point is where... So, on social media, I went around talking to a bunch of people when they said, oh, I got banned type thing, but for something entirely different. I went around saying, oh yeah, I got banned because I insulted his waifu, and I'm not gonna say what his channel name is or anything because I don't want him to get views and things like that, right? And some idiot even said, can I have a link to his channel so I can know who it is? And it's where someone else on my behalf said, N just said he doesn't want you to know who it is because he'll get views and things like that. As in Denning would get views and things like that. So, you know, it's just like, thank you. Someone who can actually read. I was surprised that other person was actually defending me back there. He just saved me like 30 seconds of having to have to hand type and tell him off saying, I just said that I don't want him to get views. Oh, many years ago I did check Denning number 1 to see if he even does charity streams or anything like that. And it's where he doesn't. He just live streams just for fun and to get views and crap like that. So he doesn't even help people in need at all. Oh, and about Denning clone number 2, 3 and 4, there is a 4th Denning clone, but basically he was arguing with me like 2-3 years back saying how great his waifu is. And it's just like, Denning number 4 just goes and saying, oh, she's the best character in the game. He thinks 23 strength is higher than 30 strength is. His maths is terrible. Oh, by the way, stupid waifu, this is for you.
Jackpot!
And you Denning clones, you can always flush down the toilet like Dante says.
I can smell that piece of shit from up here. It needs to be flushed.
Yeah, those Denning clones made a rant video on. Can't believe one of them banned me over a fictional side bitch in a video game.
And it is fair to do this, because these same Denning clones goes around choosing their own characters to hate, and it goes around making geeky fan-made videos where the characters they hate get thrown in the bin and things like that. And it's where it is fair and square anyway, because I've seen some of the most violent things ever. Someone not that long ago hates Sonic so much, right? It's like they literally made this really dumb thumbnail of him getting chopped in half by some no-name character. It's like it's like Sonic's more famous than these stupid idiots are. I can think of loads of characters that would crunch the living crap out of that side waifu anyway. Blue Rouge from Saga Frontier 1 would kick her ass in. Just cast one wind spell and she'll just die straight away. And don't forget that Blue and Rouge has time freezing powers, so all they have to do is just freeze time and then they could just kill her with whatever they feel like anyway. And don't forget that Mario in Super Mario Galaxy accidentally ended the galaxy by accident, and that's by accident, and Rosalina had to come along and restore it back to normal. Just imagine if Mario used that same attack against that dumb waifu. And it is fair to say this, because stupid idiots go around calling Princess Peach a bitch and stuff anyway, so it's only fair, it's okay to compare Mario to a dumb waifu anyway, who needs to be rescued from generic enemies who are not even street level. And that's it. Okay, sorry that I ranted on for ages, it was requested, so yeah, I think I'll leave it as that.
Thank you for watching the video. If you want to actually show your support, you may tick like, share, or subscribe to my channel. You can even do all three of them if you want to. So yeah, and with that, I'll end off the video. So thanks you for watching.